I hate this message. Okay, and let's all close our Windows mailbox because I get tired of hearing bing, 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 bing when your mail comes in. I've closed mine, honest. Okay, now streaming live. Welcome to the Health and Government Operations Committee, everyone. We are going to voting list number 20. We're going to start with a bunch of things that are Senate bills that came out of rules, and we'll start with 507. Lindsay.
So Senate Bill 507 does not have a cross file. So you all have not seen this bill before. And we did not have an opportunity to have a hearing on it because it just came out of rules, or actually is coming out of rules a little bit later today. But as amended by the Senate, the bill requires the Maryland Department of Transportation and the Department of General Services to report to the General Assembly on the number and percentage of state construction procurements using a fixed price contract with price adjustment, and for price adjustments that are executed under those contracts, the material types affected and the average price adjustment for each material type. These reports would include data from fiscal years 2019, 2020, and 2021.
And this bill passed out of the Senate unanimously. Let me just add that. I'll move Senate Bill 507. Delegate Belcastro seems to need a link.
Yep, just sent it to her.
Okay, good. Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion on Senate Bill 507. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. When we have the bill in our possession, the bill will pass unanimously with the people who are present. Richard, since that may be an ever-changing number, have a good look at who's here. Do you have you had the time to do that?
It's 16 Democrats, not Belcastro, none of the Republicans.
Thank you very much.
Did that solve it? Okay, good. All right, Senate Bill 740, Aaron.
This bill is identical to its cross-file House Bill 1412. It's the Parkinson's Disease Registry Advisory Committee, and it was unanimous in HGO.
Somebody want to move the bill?
I move the bill.
Is there a second? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The bill passes unanimously. Senate Bill 754. Lindsay.
This is the cross file of House Bill 1202, which is the local government cybersecurity bill. There are amendments on page 1 in your packet that are going to conform this bill to the conference committee report on this bill. So it was amended in the House, it was amended in the Senate. We've discussed those. Then the amendments that you've got here will match it to the conference committee report on House Bill 1202. So these amendments will strike language that would have allowed the Office of Security Management to assume responsibility for a unit of local government cybersecurity, and instead requires the office to provide guidance to the local unit to achieve compliance with cybersecurity standards.
Delegate Rosenberg, would you like to move the amendment?
I move the amendment.
Is there a second? Any discussion of the amendment? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. It's unanimous. Would you like to move the bill, Delegate Rosenberg? I'll move the bill. Would someone second it?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. It's unanimous. Senate Bill 8.
Belcastro joined in since then.
Good. Good. Hi. Senate Bill 811.
So this bill is the cross file of House Bill 1205, and this bill is also jointly assigned with appropriations. This is the state government information technology and cybersecurity related infrastructure Modernize Maryland Act of 2022. Yet again, the amendments that you have in your packet are going to be conforming this bill to House Bill 1205 as amended by the conference committee, which will be hopefully meeting later today. The amendments require the governor, rather than the presiding officers, to appoint 2 end users of state IT to the Oversight Commission. Add the Office of the Attorney General, Comptroller, and State Treasurer to the list of folks exempt from the assessment requirement. Move the section on water and sewage management in the bill to uncodified language, making it a one-time assessment and then requiring a report to the General Assembly on statutory recommendations for any future legislation needed. Make the assessments required every 2 years rather than every 3 years. This aligns with amendments that were adopted by the Education, Health, and Environmental Affairs Committee on the next bill that we'll get to, and makes some technical changes.
Move the amendments.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The amendment passes unanimously. Move the bill. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The bill passes unanimously. Senate Bill 8.
Delegate Kipke is with us now.
Oh, welcome, Delegate Kipke. Senate Bill, and thank you, Delegate Kaiser, for making sure we know these things. That's helpful to me anyway. Senate Bill 812. Lindsay.
This one is the cross file of House Bill 1346. So this is the biggest of the 3 cybersecurity bills. It's state government cybersecurity coordination and governance. Again, the amendments are going to conform this bill with the conference committee amendments on the House bill. The amendments add a requirement that the Office of Security Management report a certain transition strategy and recommendations to the governor and committees of the General Assembly. Straight language that was adopted in the Senate that would have allowed the Office of Security Management to assume responsibility for a state unit cybersecurity, and instead requires the office to ensure compliance with cybersecurity standards through a shared service agreement, administrative privileges, or access to Network Maryland, and clarifies that the requirement does not apply if it conflicts with a federal law or regulation. Exempts the Office of the Attorney General, Comptroller, and State Treasurer from DUIT oversight of the purchase, lease, or rental of IT, and requires the IT units of these entities to be evaluated by an independent auditor to ensure that they meet relevant cybersecurity standards, and makes technical corrections.
I move the amendments.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. Raise your hand. The amendment passes unanimously.
I move the bill as amended.
Second.
Discussion. All those in, see discussion. Delegate Cullison.
Thank you, Chairman. I just was wondering if Delegate Rosenberg, you were on the conference committee for this bill, right?
Yes.
And you're comfortable with, you moved the amendment, so you're comfortable with all these amendments?
Based on everything I know and the work that others have done along with myself, yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All those in favor of amended Senate Bill 812, aye. All those opposed, no. Raise your hand. Bill passes unanimously. Senate Bill 868, Aaron.
This bill is identical to its cross file, House Bill 1020.
Move the bill.
Second.
Discussion. Oh, yeah. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. It's unanimous. Now for the bills that are not yet in our possession and there are steps in between, we will use the vote that we've done here as the vote, and I will not have to call another voting session today. I think it's possible something else may come up and I may have to, but for now, the plan is that this should suffice. If anyone's uncomfortable with that, please let me know and I'll do what you ask me to do. But I think that this works and it's about as efficient as I can be for the day. Okay, next we have
Delegate Kelly has her hand up.
Delegate Kelly.
Oh,
So it sounds like we have next, and then we're going to talk about concurrences. I just wanted to make sure, because I know the committee has been concerned about 1208, which has been in both B&T and EHE, and they do have the amendments on it and it's coming over. We're going to need to concur with that one. I don't think it's come over yet. So I just want to note that because we may want to pre-discuss that as well.
We can, and we can be pulled off the floor for that if we need to for one bill. I don't seem to have that. I seem to have 4 bills unless I've lost something and it's in another pile, but I mean concurrences.
So Delegate Kelly, the last time I checked, I couldn't find the EHE report. It might have been up. I haven't done it in the past 5, so it could be up. I know they voted on it, and B&T has voted on it and everybody's in agreement. I just haven't seen an official, like, this is what we're doing.
Right. So I think maybe we should pre-discuss it just in case, because it should be coming over with the amendments from EHE, with B&T approval. And the committee is supportive of it. This is the bill that will allow the temporary nursing assistants to get credit for their on-the-job work as they're getting their credential as a CNA. So it's very important for those 2,000 to 3,000 people in the workforce that we pass this bill. So we're going to want to concur when that comes up.
Okay, so would you like to move to concur on that when it comes up, Delegate Kelly?
Yes, that would be great. If I could move to concur in advance when we get that over, we'd listen in on those voting sessions.
Senate
bill? Senate bill, House Bill 1208.
House Bill 1208. Okay, we're going to just do this and keep life simple on last day. Is all those in favor? Well, is there any discussion on the concurrence? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. Raise your hand. We will move to concur on that bill and get it done so that those
Thank you, everyone.
can get credit and paid. Okay.
And just so you know, B&T has it on the floor. I didn't realize who was primary. So that might be part of the confusion.
Well, okay. Let's go to Senate Bill 461. Lindsay.
So this is a bill that we made an amendment change to because of one of the changes that was being made to the cybersecurity bill. If you all remember, when I was discussing the Senate amendments to House Bill 1205, one of the things that the Senate changed is they did not opt to make DO-IT a primary procurement unit. This bill, because the House was making DO-IT a primary procurement unit in the cyber bill, we made a change to this bill to do that by striking provisions that were related to procurement and DO-IT's role in procurement. Because that change is not being made anymore, the Senate is asking the House to recede from the House amendments that removed language from this bill relating to the procurement authority of DO-IT. So we would need to recede.
So all those in favor of receding from our position that DO-IT do the purchasing, which hurts me, I'll tell you, but I do believe we need to pass the bill and that supersedes my personal opinion. And I will tell you, DO-IT didn't want to do it. So all those in favor of receding, please say aye. All those opposed, no. Raise your hand. We will recede. What's this?
Well, I've got you. Richard just sent another concurrence, so it's not on your desk, but I can explain the amendments and then I can get you the paperwork for it.
Okay.
This is Senate Bill 246, House Bill 246, not Senate Bill 246, which is Delegate Carr's bill, Open Meetings Act, notices, closed sessions and minutes, retention periods, online posting and public inspection. This bill increased the length of time that a public body would keep a copy of meeting notices or a written statement about the closing of a public meeting under the Open Meetings Act. And then to the extent practicable, the public body would post the written statement about the closing of the meeting online. The amendments from the Senate strike additional language from the bill that would also have required, if the public body does not post a written statement, meeting minutes, or the meeting recording online, the public body to provide an electronic copy of the written statement, minutes, or recording to a requester within 5 business days of receiving the request. Or if the minutes have not been adopted by the public body at the time of the request, then within 5 business days after they approve the minutes. So that language is struck from the bill, and the bill would no longer do that. It would just have the increase from the 1 to 3 years and the posting of the written statements about the closing online.
Delegate Carr, would you like to move to concur and explain why?
Move to concur, Madam Chair. Yeah, it's half a loaf. It's not everything we wanted, but it's a lot of what we passed. So I think we should take it.
Okay, all those in would someone second the move to concur?
Second,
All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. Please raise your hand. It passes unanimously. We will concur. Okay. Next, looks like State Board of Physical Therapy 209.
So the Senate will not, they won't concur in our amendment to extend the board for 10 years. For the Physical Therapy Board, it is set to terminate on July 1st, 2022. The other sunset bills we have are for they sunset next year. So unless we don't want to have a Physical Therapy Board and require licensure, we can probably recede on the one of the three.
Delegate Kelly, you want to move to recede?
Yeah, I concur with Lisa. We need to recede on this one. We won't on the others, so I move to recede.
second,
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. Raise your hand. I see no hands and hear no no's. We will recede. And the last bill that I have in front of me, which doesn't mean there's not another surprise to come, SB 209. Oh, that is it. That's the backup of it. Okay. Have I missed anything, LAs? Okay, wonderful. I will not pull you off the floor for these. If we have other things we have to do, I will pull you off the floor. I will hope not to arrange a voting session, but if we need to, we will. And if anybody has a problem with any process, please come to me and I'll fix things so that people feel comfortable with what we're doing. Delegate Johnson.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I just had a question for maybe Lindsay. Since Do It is not going to be the primary procurement, who is going to be the primary procurement now? So just
They stay under DGS, which is where they are now.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
You're very welcome. It's a good question. Anything else? Okay, stay safe for the rest of, Delegate Kaiser, is that a little yellow hand in that corner? Hard to see.
yes, I just wanted to quickly say that in addition, of course, to the superb analysts who've been here a while and who are amazing, I really thought that Richard and Susanna in their first session were fantastic. So thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you for commenting on that, because it really has been kind of a miracle that we've managed to get through this year, frankly, and we couldn't have done it without both of them trying hard and being bright and learning quickly. I may not have you all, well, I'll have you all together in other ways, but everybody, if we're not in this group again today, get some rest when we leave. Have some fun when we leave. And know that I will be doing the same and thinking about you a little bit, but not as much as I'm thinking about enjoying my grandchildren. And I hope you do exactly the same.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
It's always hard to say goodbye at the end of a session.
Thank you.
With that, we will end this meeting. And thank you all for being the wonderful people you've been to work with, every single one of you.